The Game Game Show is filmed in front of a live studio audience.
Hello and welcome to the Game Game Show, the only show on YouTube where I play games that make you ask why and how. I'm your host Kiewit, and today we're playing Longvinter. So the first thing we have to do is make our character, and I decided to make the forgotten fourth member of the Blue Man group, Turquoise. Yeah, he was allergic to face paint, so it never really worked out for him in the end. After spawning in and changing my settings, I decided to jump straight into the action and do something daring and exciting. I went fishing. Oh, a perch! After I was done fishing, I attempted a little bit of breaking and entering, but then I decided that it was finally time to enter the online open world, and oh boy, I was in for a ride. I then decided to try and make some friends, and as you can see, this is my good friend Taylor. We've been friends for well over 35 seconds now, so we're practically lifelong for they just killed me. After that heartbreak, I decided to go exploring, and I found this base that had perhaps the greatest shop in the world, the James General Store. In this store you can sell anything you don't want, and there is also a huge collections of things you can buy. And these stores appear all over the map, so I could finally get rid of everything I didn't want anymore, like this catfish. I then decided it was just best to continue on my adventure, and I found this boat and I really didn't know how to use it. And when I tried to get out, I ended up halfway across the map. After the initial shock of, well, teleportation, I decided it was best to swim home. And swim I did. I mean, I didn't exactly end up home, but I found this ship and used that to get home, so it all worked out in the end. I guess the lesson is, always get into random boats. Unless you can't swim. Turquoise could finally return to what he loves, fishing. But then, I saw them. Taylor! I trusted you, Taylor! Oh, you took everything from me! You took the kids! You took my wife! You took my dog! No! Cries. Come here, Baldy. Taylor then proceeded to give me what I can only assume was their life savings. I mean, I did lose a map and like 4 blueberries, but she gave me a hatchet and like a crafting book, so I am willing to forgive and forget. I was very eager to use my new tools. So eager, in fact, that I accidentally pulled out my hatchet in the safe zone, and I was then annihilated by some turrets. Luckily enough, I was able to go back and grab my things before anyone else could take them. So in the end, it was no harm done. And I definitely wouldn't be stupid enough to do the exact same thing again, right? Turns out I am that stupid, and this time I wasn't so lucky as someone watched me die next to them and immediately took all my things. So I was back to square one, for about the 4th time, and that led me to start looting this little structure that I found. And after selling the things that I looted at James's General Store, I went about with my day. I then encountered Professor Snape, who said, and I quote, "Wee." I was very confused by this, but they complimented my username and asked if we could team up. After the last time I thought I made a friend, I panicked and ran away. In my panic, I ended up back at the spawn island, and so I allowed Turquoise to return to what he loves, fishing. After a long day of fishing, I started selling my fish and wait, hang on. 74 coins for a rare fish. James only buys it for like 30, what a rip-off! After I finished fishing and discovered James is a complete rip-off merchant, I decided I could finally return back to Sergeant Lake's outpost. It was around this point when I decided that I should finally do the task the game has been telling me to do and find a research tent. After much searching, I found one in a vending machine and of course I bought it. I placed it down right by the sea lake side, and let me tell you, this tent is amazing. Wow. Look at that floor. My next task was to upgrade my tent to a house to ensure that it didn't explode, and for that I only needed 100 pieces of wood. Well, I guess there's no time like the present to start chopping down some trees, so let's just start now. Oh my god, I was in another safe zone. Okay, I'm not in a safe zone this time, so let's just start with this speedy process. Oh my god, this is gonna take forever. After I spent far too much of my life collecting wood, I could finally deposit it in my tent, and I am not even halfway. Oh god, let's do a time lapse. This is a time lapse of me collecting wood. I thought I'd make a song because I should get better at this game so I can make a gun and then kill the sailor under the morning sun. I hate getting wood in Longvinter. It takes forever to get get done. I'm not having much fun. I hate getting wood in Longvinter. I just want to make a house, even though I don't have a spouse. Yeah. Many hours of my time and one questionable musical number later, I'd finally done it. I finally had enough wood to upgrade my humble tent into a humble home. And now I needed to come up with a 5-digit code to keep me and my belongings safe. I came up with the code 17389. So please don't rob me. With nothing left to do, Turquoise became heavily depressed. And he finally became one with the thing that he's loved most this entire playthrough. The ocean. He decided to go out for one final swim. Until very sadly and unexpectedly, he drowned. So, that was Longvinter. I gotta say, I really enjoyed this game. I think the easiest way to describe it is Animal Crossing's angrier older brother. But if I had to give it a rating, I'm gonna give it 7 out of 10 Kiwis, which puts it as the best game I've ever reviewed. And also the worst game I've ever reviewed. But hey, beggars can't be choosers. I also want to say thank you for being patient with me between uploads. I know it's been quite a while, but hopefully uploads should go back to their normal rate now. I don't plan on doing this type of content too often, maybe once a month or so, but if you've enjoyed it, please let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, until next time, I've been Kiwitz. Bye-bye.